Hey guys, welcome back to Faro Iron Customs. I'm Michael, and hope everyone is having a great weekend, had a great week. It is actually Thanksgiving weekend. Thanksgiving, by the time you see this, will have been this past Thursday in the United States. So, for everyone in the United States that's watching, happy Thanksgiving. Everybody else, I'm very thankful that you're here as well. Let me adjust that camera. All right, there we go. All right, so since it's Thanksgiving week this week in the United States, I did not have time to come out to the shop Saturday. The wife and I did some shopping to get ready for Thanksgiving, which is technically tomorrow while I'm recording, but anyway, never mind that. And on Saturday night, I came home and had something pop up on Marketplace for the F1 that I just had to have. So I spent most of Sunday doing that, which did not leave me a lot of time this week to get anything done in the shop, but I'm going to show you what we got. Okay guys, there it is. It's a 1954 Mercury 256 cubic inch Y-block. And what do I know about this thing? I have seen a video of it running before the guy pulled it out of the car. He just bought the car, and from my understanding, he wanted to build it like his dad had a car. His dad's first car was a 54 Mercury. They're putting a 289 in it. So, that's really cool. Thank you guys for staying forward with the Ford, or forward with the Mercury. Anyway. But what do we know about this? This is another one of those engines they only built for like 1 year, like 54. I don't know if they put it in anything in 55 or not, but it's a very limited run, this motor. Kind of the same situation from my understanding. The distributor and oil pump and the drive are different. Most everything on this motor is different. The intake is different from the later Y blocks. So, we have that to play with, but, like I said, I think this is going to be cool for the truck. So some things about this particular engine is it has this Holley, I think it's a 4000 series Holley, but it's actually got a different number for this specific year, and I can't remember what that is off the top of my head. It is what they call a teapot carburetor, because all the internals are actually above the throttle body of the carburetor. The float is in here, and you have your, I guess your venturi tube here, and this is actually a small 4-barrel carburetor. It has a really small 4-barrel pattern to it, so a regular Holley won't bolt onto this intake without an adapter plate, so that's important to know. Other things is this is an air-cooled transmission. I'm going to say the one in the 54s, I'm sure it's the same. It's got these little vents on either side, and one day when we take this apart, you'll be able to see the torque converter has a fan on it to pull air through and cool the transmission. It doesn't actually have lines that run to the radiator. Now, this is part of where I'm going to run into an issue with this. The bell crank, and I think the bell crank on this is missing, and I want to get with the guy I bought this from because he actually has the breather for it. But you have to have this linkage that runs down to the, this is actually not a kick down, it's a throttle valve from what I understand, and it's very important, just like on a later model car, that pressure be right, because this transmission does not have a modulator valve on it. It relies on throttle valve pressure, and apparently I think it's got a governor inside. It also has band. There's a band. I'm not sure how many bands. I do want to get a manual on this transmission. I'm not sure I'm going to run this. We'll get into that later. But we're going to mock up with this transmission and go from there. Let's see, what else? That's it, I think. But this is going to be the engine we're going to use in the old shop truck. Like I said, I may end up going with the M50D R2. I have found an adapter online at a couple of different places. They are very pricey. I may actually try to do that on the mill. I don't know. I don't want to get wrapped up for time like we did building the adapter for the flathead, but I got an idea that I may be able to set this bell housing off this transmission in the mill and use a DRO to figure out what the actual pattern is. So when I make a adapter, I'll know exactly where to drill the bolts, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it'll work or not. Maybe y'all can tell me down in the comments. And if you know anything about bell cranks for Ford O-Matic transmissions, or know anybody that has any Y-block stuff that'll work on this thing, let me know. I'm looking for some stuff. But that's it. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that celebrates Thanksgiving. And thank everybody else for showing up and leaving comments. And hopefully next week we will get some more done on this truck. I do need to get this engine over on that side of the shop somewhere. Anyway, I'll see y'all later.